Mike is with us. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, better than I deserve, Dave. Thank you.
Sure. How can I help?
Sure. So I have a question for you. I did something a few months ago that I know you would advise against, but it was before I found your podcast, so don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. It didn't hurt me.
That's true. So I did a cash-out finance when the rates went real low, and I was able to drop my mortgage rate over a full point. And I figured, hey, while I'm at it, why not take out some extra cash to have? But, now I have this extra debt that I have to carry. So my question is, should I go ahead and repay this thing back and pretend like it never happened? Or should I try to invest it? I got it at a pretty low rate. I'm just trying to see what I should do with it.
Well, I agree with you. I wouldn't have done that. But now we're there. So we're not going to – that's water under the bridge. That milk is spilled. Right. So you're out of debt except this home?
No, I'm on baby steps 4, 5, and 6.
That's what I mean. You're out of debt except the home.
Yep.
And you've got your emergency fund in place, and you're already putting 15%, not counting this money. And so regardless of where the money came from, if you have a pile of money and you're in 4, 5, and 6, you would say you're going to use it on 4, 5, and 6. 4's underway. Do you have children?
Yes.
Okay. Is there college fund underway?
Oh, yeah, it sure is. Still saving towards it, but I have a good amount for them saved.
Okay. Then baby step 6 is pay off the house early, right?
Right, exactly.
And so we would use, if you got a bonus equal to the amount in your savings in excess of your emergency fund, you would throw it at the house, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. You're right.
So I just throw it at the house. Yeah,
the problem with, my thing was the closing costs were about $20,000. So I feel like I'm just basically, kind of throwing that money away.
Every time I do something stupid and it costs me money, I call it stupid tax.
Yeah.
But you can't get that money back.
No, that's true. I just, what I did was I put the money in a mutual fund for now, to try to let it grow a little bit while I had it.
It doesn't matter. That's not a path that people use to build wealth. It doesn't work. And so I've never talked to a millionaire who said I borrowed on my house as much as I could possibly borrow my entire life, and I refinanced it often and took cash out and put it in a mutual fund, and that made me rich. I've never talked to a single millionaire that told me they did that.
Yeah.
So it's not a methodology that works. So even though it's a very costly mistake, that cost is you can't undo the cost. So the only question is now, do you want to invest in mutual funds, or do you want to work our plan and work your baby step 6? That's the only question you've got. And then you've got to decide that. But if it was me, obviously my plan, the thing we teach here at Ramsey, is we would put excess cash that you've got that's non-retirement funds from any source onto the house and pay it off as soon as possible.
Well, and Mike, I think you know that. I think you know that probably by listening to the show. And what I would guess, Dave, and maybe this is just a hunch, but sometimes I've done this in my life with when I've made a mistake with money, is I resist doing something that's going to make me face the fact that I lost that money. So it's like putting it back on the house makes me kind of face the fact that it's the $20,000.
Yeah.
So I'd rather put it over here because then I can sort of sideways justify that it wasn't totally.
I think I figured out a way to make this okay.
Turn the other way and pretend that $20,000 didn't happen. If I put it back on the house, it's like, I've got to totally face it. Let's just face it, Mike. It happened. Bite the bullet. Put it on the house and just
rip
move on.
the Band-Aid off. You're right. You're right. That's exactly what it is. It's emotionally. You got to admit it. But it's like when the car's gone down in value, I don't know whether to sell it. Well, it's gone down in value. When you sell it, you admit it.
Right.
You
have to face
that's it. That's the same kind of thing. That's the same issue exactly. You nailed that. Well done.